Hey, what's going on? This is your boy once again. Ha ha! KQ. KC Boxing. The OG KQ KC. Throwing down another video. Yes, Dylan Whyte is still crying. Yes. He feels that the WBC made a mistake. He feels that the WBC should have made him Deontay Wilder mandatory and not Dominic S.O.B. Breazeale. See, Dylan Whyte, I have to admit this. He did lose to Anthony Joshua. We know Anthony Coward Joshua, the one that no one really know who he is. He did lose to him. Yes, I give him that. Yes, he did drop down a few notches, if you want to say that. And he did fight his way back up. Kudos to you. But it wasn't enough, Dylan. I'm sorry, Dylan. But Eddie Hearn cannot get you out of that because he don't own the WBC. He don't run shit in America. Get used to it, Mr. Dylan Whyte. You are the WBC silver, motherfucker. Stop crying like your mate. You know who that is. Don't forget, everybody will get their shot at the king. Because remember, the king is a champion. And champions do not turn down fights. But then again, also, kings make it worth their while. A high risk for a high reward. That's how Deontay Wilder is playing it now. Why not? Everybody else is. He is a free agent now, and it's hurting and it's killing the UK people. They are so hurt about the stardom, the fame, and the future of the king. And that's Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. 40-0 with 39 KOs. That's right. He had fought the hard fights. What have you done, Dylan? As Janet Jackson used to say, so sweet and lovely. What have you done for us lately? What have you done lately? What have you done, period? Besides cry to Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn say, go, Dylan, I'm sorry. It's nothing I can do. Go, fuck yourself. And that's what he did. Now, he's over here across the pond trying to find someone to take him. Or he's trying to find someone to hear him out. But the WBC already made their ruling. So he goes and files an appeal to that ruling. It's called a formal appeal. And you know KQ, KC, I'll always give you my commentary. Then I'll let you know what they say verbatim. So here we go. Dylan Whyte remains one of the few notable heavyweights presently without a fight. Sorry, Dylan. Unless you count the one to which he's presently attached his name to. The top-ranked contender, that's what he is. A formal appeal with the World Boxing Council, which is the WBC, challenging a ruling that allowed Dominic Breazeale to be named as mandatory contender for Deontay Wilder's title. The two will square off May the 18th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, with the Showtime headliner formally announced last week. Now, Breazeale advanced to the title stage after the fallout in talks for a rematch between Wilder and Tyson Fury, a bout which was approved and ordered by the WBC, following their 12-round draw last December, while they were in talks for 2 months. The WBC sought to use that situation as an opportunity to clean up its two mandatory mess by ordering an interim title fight between Whyte and Breazeale. Both plans went sideways once Fury bailed on the planned rematch, instead signing with Top Rank and ESPN. That's a duck. That's a runner. That's a hider. That's what scary look like. That's what ducking looks like. Now, the change when Breazeale abandoned plans for an interim title fight to instead fight for the real thing. All of it left Whyte out in the motherfucking cold. But just for the moment, not without a fight, Dylan Whyte has contested the mandatory contender situation in the heavyweight division. For his case, the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, confirmed, but without being able to offer clarification while under review. We have held a WBC mediation meeting. Now, Whyte is 25-1 with 18 KOs. Not bad. Remember what I said. A fighter, just because you got a loss doesn't mean that you're not a great fighter. Now, Dylan Whyte is a pretty good fighter. He wised up and got the hell away from Eddie Hearn. That's how you do it. That's waking up. That's on the road to be a champion. But you just cannot put yourself in a position to say, I am the real mandatory, when you're not. And Deontay Wilder pretty much has some unfinished business with Breazeale. And we know what it is. And we know how this fight might end up. So, Whyte, 25-1, has participated in 4 straight bouts sanctioned by the WBC, including a knockout win over previous unbeaten Lucas Brown. That was last March. A moment the Brit believed solidified his status as WBC mandatory challenger. Subsequently, wins over Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora in a thrilling rematch last December seemingly strengthened his case. Yet, when it was time for Wilder to face an official challenger, once plans for the Fury rematch exploded, it was Breazeale, on the strength of his knockout win over Eric Molina in their November 17th title eliminator, who was granted the opportunity. Whyte threatened earlier this month to file a lawsuit with the WBC. If he was snubbed from the title picture and he has made good on that promise, I cannot reveal anything for obvious reasons, Suleiman explains. But we are moving along the way with dealing with heavy entertained Dylan Whyte's appeal. We're working with that. See, Dylan Whyte has a problem with fame, fortune, and notoriety. He wants a belt so bad just because Anthony Joshua has one. Now, I have no doubt he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua when he beat Chisora, and Anthony Joshua was scared to get in the ring, so he sat and stood on outside of the ring. Don't get mad, y'all, if I fight Dylan Whyte. It might be a massive blow-up. Well, that didn't work. Dylan Whyte said, oh, shit, fuck you, you know. He just walked off and got mad. We all remember that. Now, he couldn't get none of those belts, so he wants Deontay Wilder's belt. And that's it for the heavyweights. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder are the only two heavyweights that have belts. Sure, you can have a silver belt. That really means nothing but that you are a mandatory contender. But Dylan Whyte is not. I don't care who he has fought. I don't care you fought 5 heavyweights in a row and won. Your ass is out. That's what my live stream was about today. Watch the replay of my live stream. That's what I'm talking about. For some reason, the UK people, in this case Dylan Whyte, just can't get it. Just don't understand. Just won't take no for a fucking answer. What is their problem? This is supposed to be the boxing mecca of the world. But all we got is a bunch of dumbass rocks. Hey, what you got? Well, I got a champion. What you got? I ain't got nothing but a bag of dumbass rocks. That's real talk. For your ass. So, Whyte still remains the highest rated contender to Wilder's WBC title, as well as the WBO strap, currently in possession of Anthony Joshua, which he can't get neither one, against whom he suffered his long career defeat more than 3 years ago. Now, it go on, but I'm not going to bore you with the logistics of everything, but that's basically what I'm saying. That's what I do, KQKC. I give my commentary. Now, you heard their commentary, and it's nothing different. Dylan Whyte is a mandatory to 2 belts. But in reality, he's not a mandatory to Breazeale. They fought an eliminator. Dylan Whyte fights one named or wasn't ruled an eliminator. Only way, according to the WBC rules, the only way you can come a mandatory if you have to fight someone in an eliminator. He haven't fought an eliminator. Nothing has been ruled eliminator. If you had 10 fights of top tier heavyweights. If it's not a rule, a eliminator by the WBC, it don't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing. It doesn't mean a thing. I'm going to elaborate on this some more at another time. I'm KQ, KC Boxing. If you like the content of this video, you must subscribe right now. That way, you hit the icon bell and you will get notified each and every time I do a video or a live stream. I have a show between Monday and Friday, 12:30 p.m. Central Time, right after Fanon International Boxing. I would love to have you there. And with that, that's all I have for you at this time. And with that, shout out to the almighty LDBC. I'm out.